And then they died.
Well, thank you, Lucy.
My pleasure. Thank you for coming, though.
Seriously.
Hello! Yes!
Hi, danke. Geht's gut? Dankeschön. My question is, it must be very different being on Spartacus now than compared on Xena. Do you like your character on Spartacus?
Spartacus? Yeah. I actually really like this character, but it's taken me a while to figure her out. And, you know, when you're playing somebody whose best qualities are that they're so good at their bad qualities, it takes quite some, no character thinks that they're bad. So the worse your character appears to be, the more you have to figure out their justification for such behavior. And she's a tricky one. She's a tricky one because she's so full of contradictions. She loves her husband, but she's boffing a gladiator. She, I don't know, she really, really wants to be friends with Alethea. You'll see there's this kind of spark of genuine wanting on both their parts to have an actual friendship, but they don't have any self-love. They weren't raised by anybody who'd ever seen Oprah. You know, there was no... They were not raised to love. And so that tiny little pure spark is just constantly snuffed out by their greed and their desperation and their fear. Fear kind of drives all bad behavior. So I guess that's what I discovered about that character. Yeah, but I'm totally enjoying it.
Yeah. Well, do you like your hair?
Well, I have you here.
I was wondering, do you like your hair color?
This?
The red one.
The red one. Oh, I love it. You know it's a wig, right? Roman women wore wigs, and you see as her relationship develops with Alethea, she starts turning into Alethea. It's like all of a sudden the blonde hair comes out. Total single white female. Gets very screwy and creepy.
Dankeschön.
Bitteschön. Hello.
Hi.
Have I ever seen you before?
Yes.
Just kidding.
Okay. I was wondering, I've been noticing a lot of actors have a hard time watching themselves on screen, and I wondered how you felt about, because you've done so many commentaries, how you felt about watching yourself. And also, the second part to that is, would it be any different watching Spartacus, and especially the scenes that traumatized you so much?
They didn't really traumatize me, actually. I think I did say that, but it was like at a private party, and I'd just come from it, a couple of days up, and it was full of journalists, this part. It was at a friend's house, Andrew Young, actually. So I was at his house, and somebody, you know, they just made hay out of that. But actually, apart from the natural fear of doing sex scenes, there's a terrible cringe response from, I would say 99% of people would not be exhibitionistic enough to handle that. It's pretty hard. But it's very choreographed and very safe. It's not, you know, there's always a layer of clothing between you two, actually, one on each of you, so it's not like you're in danger of actually accidentally having sex, you know? Try explaining that to your husband.
Do you mind watching yourself on TV, though?
Do I mind? No, I don't really mind, and I do find this show more interesting to watch than some of my other work because I feel like I'm doing something quite scary and I'm always interested in the result, meaning that when I finish a take and the director says, "How do you feel?" If I say, "Oh, I feel really good about that, I think we really hit the notes, you know, all right," I know I wasn't really there. That's a bad sign, and John and I discovered that really early on, that when we felt really good about it, that it was bad acting. right? Because you've got your editor, you know, your little editor going, oh, I was really happy where I was supposed to be happy, and, you know, like you plotted it, that's bad acting. So it came to the point where we would just let go and not control the output at all, which means you never know what the result is. So when the director said to me, how do you feel about it? And I'd go, I don't know. That was a good sign. And so, since I don't know what the result is, it's always kind of interesting. However, sometimes you play it so super small and naturalistic that unless they come in on a close-up, you can't see the acting so much. And sometimes I felt like, just I wish there had been a close-up on that. But if you ain't the star, you don't get. Thank you. Pleasure, thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
My question is, we all know that in Xena you say I have many skills, right? Okay. But I was thinking...
Is that your line? Alec J. Glickman? Wrote that. Oh. A freelance writer wrote that. I have many skills, and it was on bumper stickers everywhere. His claim to fame. Like my kid is an honor student. Whoever wrote that, ka-ching. I'm sorry, what? You asked a question.
Okay, well, since you said that on Xena, I was thinking, wouldn't it be funny if you could possibly say I have many wigs on Spartacus?
I have many wigs. Very good. See, I can't do that now because now you'll say, where's my 10%? So,
I don't
you just killed that idea.
Maybe second season.
Okay. I have many wigs.
Thank you.
1, 2, 3.
So loud. Okay, my question is, how do you feel about being such a positive role model to so many, like, next generations, like my sister and I? Like, we watch these stupid shows like, you know, the Gossip Girls, where sex is everything, whereas, you know, you were kicking ass and everything, and and it's like you were definitely a positive role model for, you know, a 6- and 8-year-old to look up to. So how do you feel about that?
Well, I think that's very nice, though you know, beauty might be in the eye of the beholder there, like your mother might not be so thrilled that you're doing flips off the roof or something, but I think that's great and that's okay. I don't feel like that had so much to do with me I mean, I'm the lucky face of that, but it was the writers, the editors, the stunt women, everybody. That was a real collective effort making those shows, of course. So on behalf of everybody else, it's like, great, that's awesome. And I've never seen Gossip Girls, and I'm sure it's great too. Thank you so much for coming.
No problem. Thank you for allowing me to even speak to you. This is a definite...
Are you kidding? This is what this is about. I don't Twitter, so this is our one, you know, time of the year to connect.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you for coming. Hi.
Hi. I thought of another question while I was standing here. Is your merkin going to match your wig color? I couldn't resist.
Do you think maybe she has different ones?
Yeah.
Yeah. And one day she goes, you know, takes off and goes, oh, damn. It's yesterday's. I do have a merkin. It's never been worn, and it's now, they framed it for me and gave it to me as a end-of-year present. As if I'm going to put that up on the wall in my house. It's really funny because they've all signed it, and it's just not the merkin, but around the, you know, frame, and it's really funny, but you just go, ooh, put the lid back on.